Hello, and welcome back to some more Lorcana madness. It has been going crazy still. Everything's drying up. But today, instead of just primarily focusing on the market, let's talk about why there's so much beauty in Enchanted. Why there is so much opportunity to still buy some, but not all of these Enchanted cards. And we're just going to look at some of my favorites that I've liked through the years, the ones that I've picked up previously, and the ones I'm picking up again, as I'm hyper focused on Lorcana and just finishing up what I can, as I've seen basically every booster case of every set sell out on TCG Player. So if you guys are liking what you see, please like and subscribe, but we're just going to jump in and see what everyone feels. I will lead this conversation by saying I do not like location Enchanteds at all. I am that guy. I will be that guy, even if for some reason they all become over $100. I probably will never buy another one again. When I was first jumped back into, I was there for the first chapter. I bought in a lot at that time, and then I moved a good amount of my position to buy Fortnite cards, and I moved my Fortnite cards to buy Pokemon cards, and I have what I want in my Pokemon, so I don't have any regrets on what I did with there, because I'm going to keep holding on to those. But when it comes to the Enchanteds that I picked up that I sold as I really went back into Pokemon, it was things like location cards. They were literally still around this price when I was buying them about 2 years ago. The wall was like a $10, $15 Enchanted. It was literally this price. I bought the Snuggly Duckling. It was the same thing, low price. All of these location cards have not moved even in a booming market, so that is a key indicator to let you know don't really mess with them. Some item cards, I think they could potentially be worth it long term, like the Shan Yu. It's fun, it's different. I just don't want to really put a lot of focus on it unless it's like a Sorcerer's Hat. That one is going to be a valuable card no matter what long term. But some of these others, they're just too risky to put it all in on. Action cards though, like we'll see the one that has Iago, I think, is in one, and there's a couple other, and song cards are going to do a lot better than people realize. Those are the type of things I would be more willing to get as an Enchanted, but we'll get through it. Just artwork wise, the Revive card is an amazing artwork. It just is not really a popular character like that, so that's why it never really took off in my opinion. But just artwork style, if you are just someone that loves art, loves Disney, it displays amazing. I've seen it. I just don't really care for the character. I just pick up cards that I actually like the characters. I don't just get anything willy-nilly. Personally, the only one that could ever really be worth it when it comes to an Enchanted card, in my opinion, is the Pride Land, but I still don't even like it because it doesn't have any of the Lion King characters in it. It just basically shows a rock, so I'm not getting that. But if you're a Lion King collector, I see why you might want to get something like that, but I'll try to get through some of these cheaper ones. I just want to highlight that these cheaper Enchanteds do in fact not have the greatest upside at times. So just things to look at, things to consider as you're getting a little bit more into Lorcana, more into what these sets can be. Just know that even if it's a cheap Enchanted doesn't mean it's like a good Enchanted. I would say for the most part, most character Enchanteds are worth it as long as it's a character that's known. The one I'm about to go ahead and show you guys that I think is pretty solid and worth it is the Pete. I keep going back and forth if I'm ever going to buy it. I just see some other stuff that I wanted to focus on because I like the Mickey Mouse and Friend world a lot in general. It just hasn't been a priority of me to go ahead and focus in on them personally. So now we're back on track. I don't know why I was freezing just because I clicked onto that. But the Pete for $35, I think it's always been solid. It just got bought out in PSA 10 on eBay. They were about $150 for the PSA 10. That person that bought it out is probably anticipating the fact that we're not going to be able to get any PSA 10 cards. They can resell it for double, which they're probably right, but it's not something that all of us want to do. That's a good play. Those are plays that people make that are smart investors in other fields that have been around for a while, and then they probably just sell it to buy other cards they want to or use it for grading fees. But that's stuff that's beside the point. There's a lot of intelligent people nowadays that are into collectibles that know what they're doing. We all just have to do what moves work best for us. I personally just bought this Namari And I just like the artwork. I always considered buying it since it was so cheap at $30. I got mine for about $25 even in this current market. So you can still find some nice deals. You just got to really look around. I think I just bought this Wreck-It Ralph for $45, maybe $50 out of taxes and shipping on eBay. I don't always care for Azurite Sea, but as I kept thinking about it more and more, it is such a different Enchanted that I would want to have some of these in my collection of characters that I like that I think is kind of cheaper. Like, I like Wreck-It Ralph, Chippendale Rescue Rangers. I always liked that show growing up, so I plan on getting Chippendale, but that one, for some reason, is an expensive card. So that's something that I'm looking to get. I haven't been able to quite pick up yet, but these are all things that are of importance to me and important in my collection. The Queen, I think, is a nice card to pick up. It actually has risen in price. There's a $37 one that was listed, but that's already gone. The Enchanted, I think I bought one. I just can't remember 100%, but I just like the way that artwork looks. So I like cards like that that are known. They're not super expensive compared to other Enchanted because they're all hard to pull. The Great Mouse Detective series, I never really got into it, but I think the Basil card looks pretty cool. Madam Mim is cool. The Royal Tantrum is another one that's good value. These are all good value, lower cost cards. Arthur's another one I had. The one that I think is going to be doing really good, that's going to probably get over $100, is the We Don't Talk About Bruno, because we all know that song and it just looks gorgeous. There's Iago card is gorgeous too. It hasn't jumped off yet, but it'll probably be a long-term card to go up. I just see more opportunity, so I just don't see the point of buying out on it, because I bought this Peter Pan more recently for like $40 and it already has risen up also. So there's a lot of cards that are worth value from older sets that you should keep your eye on. I bought the Captain Hook to match up with the Peter Pan. I felt like that one was a good one. As you go through and look at the listings as I'm going through them, you'll see a lot of them are listings are under 10, so it's not going to take a lot for them to get bought up. This Hercules is a great artwork that was pretty cool for earlier sets when we were in the earlier days. The Sorcerer's Hat, awesome card. I see why it's popular. Good God, someone bought out all the Shere Khans, so that's another card that is gone. The Beast is another card I was looking at, but I just targeted other things. As you go through, all these cards are amazing and they're getting bought up. You'll see a majority of these have under 15 listings, a lot of them under 7. So they're going to keep getting bought up. It's not, we don't have a lot more time, unfortunately, for now to get them on a lower value. But even when the day comes that this stays hot, that these are like $100 for some of these, it would still probably be a good buy. But just kind of keep your eyes out. Look for people that haven't really gone in. This Zipper card, it is beautiful color-wise. People just don't really like the character. I can't remember. Can you guys tell me, was Zipper from Chippendale Rescue Rangers, or is he from the Great Mouse Escape? I keep forgetting the name of it. I think it was from Chippendale, but you guys remind me where he's from. I keep forgetting, but I really like how he looks. I considered buying him. This Jafar has gone bonkers. It's an amazing art. A lot of the Aladdin cards look great. I'm trying to get us, before I end the video, to the set that I think has some of the best artwork. Is Ursula's Return. Here's some of them. I had just recently bought this Jasmine. It has, I think, 4 or 5 princesses in there, including Minnie, so it is gravely underappreciated for the Enchanteds, and the artwork on those are pretty good. So if you haven't picked up a booster box case of that, or just a booster box to have in your collection, I would suggest it, because it has a bunch of princesses and it's not really being mentioned. The Baloo is the card that I'm trying to pick up still, that I haven't gotten around to buying. I believe Baloo, for me, I love Jungle Book growing up. He's a fun-loving character, so he's something I definitely want to add into my collection. Cusco is another nice one I got bought out. Gorgeous artwork. The Cinderella is still about $100, which I don't understand how that's happening. So this is, to me, the best buy of any card. That's also from Ursula's Return. Ursula's Return doesn't get any credit, but that's 2 princesses we just passed. It's from Ursula's Return. The Mickey Mouse has gone crazy. The Donald Duck has gone crazy. This is just showing you should probably get Archivia's Island in a booster box case if you haven't done that yet. The Mushu and the Reign of Jafar, amazing color. Reign of Jafar is awesome. These are all things that people have talked about, and they've been around. I got the Let's Get Dangerous into my collection recently because I just love the artwork and I love Darkwing Duck. So there's anything for anyone who loves Disney. There are so many different cards for you to get. I chose to get the Let's Get Dangerous song card versus getting the Darkwing Duck card because I feel like in the future we're not going to get a lot of Darkwing Duck cards. So if I got a chance to get Enchanted, I wanted as many characters from the show on it as possible. And I'm glad I went this route because I think it's going to display well as time goes on. This bell got bought out from Arcasia's Island. So that's another one that's got bought out from that set. As you keep hearing me talk, you'll see how much Arcasia comes up. This is the other Darkwing Duck. I just didn't choose to pick it up. The Tigger, the Azurite Sea, I think it's going to do pretty good. Better than what people think. So it's just another set that I'm going to look to get some booster cases in. So that I'm happy with it. This Mickey Mouse is bought out. How many times are you going to hear me say bought out in this video? As we get closer to the $200 range, I'm probably going to stop. This Ariel is also from Ursula Sea. Look how many princesses Enchanted are in this set. I can't reiterate that enough. People have been saying that Shimmering Skies is number 2 after Jafar's reign. It's actually, to me, from what I was seeing when we were around during that time, it has always been Ursula's return. But people have different opinions. I think it's the fact that Mufasa is such a gorgeous artwork that everyone says Shimmering Skies is amazing and the Robin Hood looks good. But there's like 4 or 5 princesses. I'll keep reiterating how many of them are in here, so it's hard to bet against that. Look at this Jasmine that's in Reign of Jafar. That Mulan is a gorgeous card. So this is my hope. By buying up these booster box cases, I can get some of these Enchanteds and trade into it. Like this Colors of the Wind Pocahontas is gorgeous. I mean, these cards are they just go crazy when you look at how good the artwork is in Lorcana. This one has been bought out recently. Another one from Arcasia's Island. I hope everyone is seeing the opportunity that you can kind of still get. If you can't get the card, just get the booster box case. Because we all want to win. We all want to have opportunity. But we just have to take in when it's in front of us. This Mufasa, gorgeous artwork, one of the best cards. So that one's going to keep rising and doing well. But I didn't pass a lot of Shimmering Sky cards that I felt strongly about. So that's just what we'll talk about today. Let me know what you guys think of Enchanted. And then keep jumping in. See you guys soon.